checklist. And if you're a regular subscriber, regular okay, in all honesty, my partner is not here. My partner in crime, my padre, is not here, and she usually does the intros and she holds it down for me. So I don't know what the intro does or do or says. So if it's your first time joining us or joining me, welcome. And if you're regular, we are glad to have you here. I'm going to be speaking in the we because I'm so used to having a partner here that I can bounce ideas off. So it's just me today. Please subscribe, and if you are constantly here, I'm so happy that you are here to watch our video, my video. And yeah, we're definitely going to talk to you guys about like the changes that are happening in our channel, and I hope that you guys don't leave because of the changes that are going to be happening in the channel. But anyways, as it says, you know what, happy New Year's, and thank you for choosing the checklist as usual. I just wanted to get on here and just talk about the Ranakas. Guys, we are the reality TV reviewing queens. We're the self-proclaimed, universe-proclaimed, everything proclaimed about reality TV. And I watched the Ranakas yesterday. I don't want to lie. Let me just give you a backdrop. So my sister tells me the Ranakas are playing. Are you going to be watching? And I'm like, you know me. I'm Dinewa's diary, ride or die. So I'm definitely going to be watching the Ranakas. So my mentality going in actually watching the Ranakas was, you know what, actually let me just start from the beginning. Last year we actually put out a review on the Ranakas, and we put the trailer of the Ranakas. So if you follow us on a consistent basis, our TV review, reality TV review shows, we actually put in trailers, but those things are actually copyrighted, so we are not monetized. Probably we have to go back and delete all of those videos. So we put trailers in for like our viewers just to check what's going on. So I strongly believe that one of the Ranakas actually reported our video, and that video actually got a lot of views, but at the same breath it was taken down and it's no longer on our channel because of the copyrights and the trailer, because somebody created that thing and it's their IP, the creative knowledge, so you cannot use that on YouTube. We are still also new to the YouTube game, so there's lots of stuff that we have to learn, and we're not necessarily playing by the rules because we still sport. But anyways, even if they did that, I still love the Ranakas and I stand with the Ranakas. And when I watched season 4, I went in with the mentality that I'm just gonna watch this thing for fun. It's the Ranakas, and I'm just going to nitpick all the things that are funny and talk about it. And mind you, I have to come here and review by myself for the first time. I usually have my sister here and we can bounce ideas off each other, but now I'm by myself. So I was like, okay, let me make this lighthearted, let me make it fun. You know what, let's enjoy ourselves. I mean, that's what reality TV is all about. Cheers, darling, as I sip. So, shocker, I cried. I watched the Ranakas after I was done with like my day job, and I was like, lighthearted reality TV, but it wasn't lighthearted. It was so deep. It hit home for me on so many levels that I was like, this is the Ranakas that I wanted to see. And if you guys had the privilege, or I mean privilege is a big word, but if you guys could actually go back and watch our review, we actually spoke about how the Ranakas seem like they're so diluted in season 3. I miss the raw, truthful Ranakas, and they came with it. They gave Ke ne batla ona motswako olo wa Dineo's Diary. Once the Ranakas changed to the Ranakas from Dineo's Diary, ke re mara ha ba itshwara tabai. Mara season 4 just came. It came with all the drama. It came with all the rawness that I actually want. I know I use that word raw, but I mean it. When I say raw, I want the real stuff. I want to feel the emotions. When I watch reality TV, I know it's South African reality TV, but we can do more. These people braided all the intro. Yo, Mudin. Moment of silence as I drink my passion fruit. The intro, how they even got Manaka Horlena Abesiras. I was like, wow, I am in for a ride. The build-up was great. I loved it. So the intro starts off with everybody talking about we are going to bear it all. And they actually booked like a sort of Airbnb, I don't know. And the entire family went there. Mzingisi and the wife went there. Tando and the mom, Pumi, went there. Managa and Gatleho was there. Dineo was there. So first of all, I'd like to start with the fact that Gatleho and Tando, props to you, Rala. I love the fact that they actually introducing these young girls onto the show, and I love that these girls are going through different journeys. So it's not just young girls in their early 20s. They are going through different journeys. So one is a mother and one is still navigating. She's an entrepreneur along with Mpumi, and I love that. And I love that they're actually pioneering the show into a whole different direction. And I like that they are bringing healing, you know, onto the show. But we'll get onto that. So let me just give you a rundown of how it went, step by step, breakdown by breakdown, ratata. So we start off, my girl Dineo. Oh my gosh, guys, I love Dineo. Like, I love the Dineo character. I don't know Dineo as a person, but I love the Dineo character. Dineo character for me is resilience. Dineo character for me is self-worth. Dineo character for me is a girl that is still learning, and she's still a girl that is going through her karma, her karmic cycle. I know that's like spirituality terms, but I digress. So Dineo is now a Sangoma, and that's exactly where I wanted Dineo to go. I'm not going to bring my own propaganda, Mon. I strongly believe in spirituality, African spirituality, any type of spirituality, whether you talk about Buddha, whether you talk about spirituality in Nigeria. I believe in spirituality actually being a holistic thing, not just Christianity, and I believe in Christianity, but that's exactly where I saw Dineo should be. Dineo has been going through the most over the years, and it's come full circle because Dineo actually waved. If you are day one the Ranaka's fan, you know hore Dineo akila tsamaya ile go tlhola, and lesangoma lele le nemlela hore you need to become a healer, and they kicked the cameras out. Her and her dad, her mom was like livid, and she didn't even want anything regarding that, but I'm glad to see it. We love it. The braces that Dineo has, guys, I've got such a prejudice against adults and braces, but I'm not gonna go there. Okay, Sha. So Katleho and Tando, the young girls that I introduced to the show, organized a family game night. But what they did is that they asked the entire family that has come, the siblings, which is Ranaka, Mzingisi, Managa, Mpumi, Dineo, write down questions. Mom, dad, grandmother, write down questions. And also Zingisi's wife. Yo, I'm so sorry. Give Michelle. I'm so sorry, Michelle. She's so quiet. Hey, yo, Begazela girl. Mudim. So, but they come up with these questions, and they're all anonymous, and they want the family to like honestly answer these questions. No drama happens during that entire answering. People answer questions like in pick, and everybody is playing along, answering the questions. Okay, good. I think a moment of truth comes up where they start talking about the surname, the Ranaka surname. And Dineo is honest about the day. I'm Dineo Ranaka. Ke Manaka Ranaka. But we were given the surname, which is the surname that is in their birth certificate. It's like a Zulu surname. So then we go to the confessionals and the dad starts explaining why Dineo has the surname. And Manaka, to her shock, she only learned that she has a different surname to her siblings when she was in school. And the dad breaks down. That's when I broke down, guys. Like, for me, it hit home because I'm also going through like my own personal journey as it relates to me having a daughter and her being raised with my grandparents and me not being around and her father not being around, and the fact that her dad broke down, it triggered something in me that I also broke down in that moment. And I just thought about like the name that I had given to my daughter during that time, and the name that me and my partner, us driving to the hospital and agreeing on names, and this is what our daughter's name is going to be. But like how things have like ended up, yes, it's God's will. Like I've come to terms with the fact that it's God's will. This is how things are supposed to be. But it took me back to that moment when we were so happy and we were giving my daughter her name, and just the significance behind the name and the spiritual impact that a name has on a child. That I saw Hore Papaga Dineo felt like he had disappointed these girls and he had set them off on a trajectory that was just bad. Like he knows the reason why maybe maphelo a bana ba ka a sa tsamaye sentle is because of the name, the surname that I have given them. Because the surname, how I understood it, correct me if I'm wrong down in the description box, how I understood it is that his stepfather was so abusive to his mom and him that he had to run away from home and but usile ka lebitso leo la Steve Ba, and mara ene ke Ranaka go gae. But then the system, and then he went in and spoke about the apartheid system, and then it hit home even double because I'm constantly like reading up on like stuff around black consciousness and stuff around like black feminist ideology, and apartheid is such a sore point for me, and that is not I walk around the world looking at like people, you know, in a certain way and thinking racist, you are racist. No, it's just how it has just messed up the lives of our parents. And like our parents, they need healing, but I feel like it's too late. But like I can go on and on and on, but what also stood out for me was the fact that Dineo's mom was sitting there next to Papa Dineo, and they were holding hands, and he was talking about this, and she was still strong. And I was like, guys, this is the type of love that I strive to have. One day I was like, God, like during that time I was like, God, please grant me this type of love, because this is like really something else. Like the fact that he's still breaking down, and I'm sure that woman knows that story. But the fact that he went and spoke about it again and he broke down, but she was still there and she was present and supporting him. I was like, yo, you know, the 60s and whatever, like our parents' love is like a different type of love. But anyways, it is what it is. So then they done with the games. Dineo and Manaka get to fussing. And before they actually get to fussing, the daughters point out Hore, the siblings, the 5 siblings, they're always fighting. Why can't they fix their things? Why can't Bumi and Dineo fix their things? Why can't Umsinisi and Ranaka fix their things? And then Manaka is there in the middle, always trying to play Switzerland, helping. But she can't, get them together. And I feel like, even in my family, like the siblings, like my mom and his siblings, my dad and his siblings, like, I don't know what's going on. Please pray for the siblings. Like, we need a sibling prayer, we need a meditation, we need some type of night visual for all of those people. But anyways, they get to fussing, Ranaka and Dineo, and they're talking about fathers. Can I not cry again? Ranaka talks about, I don't know what she's talking about. Anyways, so Dineo only talks about when her children ask her about her being a mom and the fathers that fathered them. What is she going to say? Lo and behold, I had this conversation with my sister, and I felt the same as Dineo. And if you can do 1 + 1, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If a father is not present in a child's life, what am I going to say to the child? And I feel like this is like a conversation that we can have in the comments. Should I now force the father to be part of the child's life? Should I now make up stories about the father being a loving father? Should I now say your dad did the best that he could when I know he didn't? It was very contentious. From Dineo's side, I don't know what they were fighting about, but Dineo is just like, now when my children ask me about their fathers, this is what I'm going to say. I know nothing because I get to bua ka monna o ile gore a godisa ngwana. Amen, hallelujah. Ibile ke tlogela teng mo. E re tlogela re tsamaye because we tse ke re tlo tsana mo mathateng. And then we tse ke re tla bona dilo ntse ding. Because I don't know, raising a child is not only about maintenance, it's not only about buying stuff. It's a culmination, it's holistic enjoy. You know, but body hippie, but body fitness, but we got a holistic program. But you need to eat right. You need to exercise, meditate, drink water. La la la. And I'm not describing raising a child like that, but raising a child, get the ingredients. You need money. You need material things. You need good school, love, support, presence, and etc. And I felt Dineo's pain. I'm not going to draw blood from a stone. I'm not going to draw blood. Water from a stone. Hey, I hope that one day I can actually sit down with you guys and have a one-on-one about this topic, because it's something that is very near and dear to my heart. It's something that I am not shameful to talk about, that I'm going through, and it's stuff that we are put through. But a quote that came to mind is like, when you are pregnant out of wedlock and you have a child out of wedlock, there was a quote that I actually put down. I think maybe it was in my previous notes, but it says, people do not understand the promises they're making when they make them. Let that sit and marinate. And so Dineo and Ranaka got to fussing and fighting. Dineo decided to leave in good old-fashioned Dineo timing. But what I liked about what the episode, it came full circle where Dineo realized Manaka lashing out at her is not about her. It's about what Manaka is going through and what her Dineo is going through. They're projecting onto each other. I felt like Dineo and Manaka are projecting onto each other because I feel like Manaka and Dineo are almost the same people, going through the same things, and they need to learn lessons. And for a moment I looked at Manaka. I think before even Manaka had her second child, I was like, this is, Manaka, the way that she is with her daughter and Katleho, I was like, you know what, Manaka tried her best. It's like, I can emulate maybe a bit of the things that she does in order to raise my daughter. And I still will. I love how they're so honest. That's what I love. I love that they are very honest with each other. And I also look at Dineo, and I love the fact that she is just a go-getter, fiery, self-worth, speaks her truth. And I just want to also get to that point where I'm able to just speak my truth. And that moment is coming. And that's why we have raw and personal as well. So I went on a